I think I had one calf to pull at weaning time out of maybe 130. From that standpoint, that's a big savings when I don't have to pull cattle for sickness. We were struggling with some pink eye issues. We had tried one product that was supposed to be helpful for it, to help contain the pink eye. It didn't. Cattle wouldn't consume it. And we tried some different things, some more natural remedies. We actually started autogenous vaccine that we went through the cattle with, and then the Rio was the next step in the puzzle to helping make that work. When we did make the switch from Rio, we were in a drought, and we've actually still in a drought since 22. I didn't add protein. It was taking our forage that we're feeding and turning that into a more usable form and getting more out of it. That was the biggest selling point to me, was I didn't have to add more forage to get more out of it. And I'm on the conservative side in terms of when I'm feeding. The cows that are in the background are getting maybe 25 pounds a day. And some of that isn't very good forage. The cattle were on it about a month. The hair coat, shined up, and then we started noticing you'd walk through the cows, they wouldn't move. They were just content, or they were laying down, spread out. When I'd go to rotate a pasture, the cattle wouldn't, rush to get to the gate. And actually, we probably could get another couple of days out of that pasture. Their manure was, wasn't stacking. It was, more, the fiber digestion of the forage was breaking down. But the biggest thing, even my dad made the comment, the cattle were content. And they were ruminating, laying down. They weren't standing around, looking for the next bite to stay warm. And then the next piece of the puzzle was conception rate. Years prior to that, we were seeing a 15 to 20% open rate in our yearlings. And this last year, after preg check rate, we were down to 7% in the cow herd, 10% in our bred heifers, and which was about a 5 to 7% decrease from the year prior, which was, more dollars in our pocket. You could add 5 to 10 cows back into the operation. As a bred cow, you could talk dollars, X number of dollars, but it at the end of the day or at the end of the year, it compounds. Everything compounds because one thing affects the next thing. We limit our cows to 45 days. So I started from day one and went 21 days ahead, and I think 80% of our cows, and I think not quite 80% of our heifers were within that first 21 days, which means a lot. I mean, it makes our calf crop more uniform. And then hopefully we have more pounds to sell in the fall. It adds up to a lot of zeros at the end of the day. From the calf standpoint, we weaned calves in December, and they were on Rio since they were babies. I think I had one calf to pull at weaning time for sickness. I was really happy with, one heifer calf out of maybe 130. From that standpoint, that's a big savings when I don't have to pull cattle. When we decided to use the Rio, I bought enough Repel has the garlic in it. Prior to that, we were pouring cattle for worms, pouring them for, flies. The last 2 years now, I haven't poured any of the cows. We try to keep them on the garlic as long as possible into the winter. We see less flies, and I think that's due to the fact that the garlic is always there. It's a deterrent for the flies. It doesn't kill them, but then we also see more birds and other beneficial insects that are probably taking care of our fly problem. Anything that we do has to benefit the land. The land always comes first. Without the grass, without the land, we don't get to run cows. And if we take care of it, it's going to take care of us. There's lots of things, there's lots of tools in our toolbox that we can utilize. It's just, how do you put those tools together and make it work? Rio is one of those products that's has an ROI that you have to calculate into the operation. Now this winter, I got to figure out, how is it going to work? How do I make it work? And I didn't really know the price when I first, did the initial call. And, and then he told me the price, and I was like, oh, okay, But if I can save 10 pounds of hay or 5 pounds of hay per day, there's a value there too. We've utilized the programs from, paying cash to buying bulk. It can drop that price substantially. I mean, right now, I think I calculated it out. The cows are at like 0.04 pounds. We were at probably an eighth, maybe a quarter. Can't complain. Price is the price. It'll pay for itself. Maybe not in the first 30 days. We have to use it on a full production cycle. That's where the benefit's going to pay.